Elon Musk. The name alone conjures images of rockets piercing the sky, electric cars zipping through city streets, and a future where technology knows no bounds. Musk is not just a man, he's a phenomenon, a force of nature driving humanity towards uncharted territories. But behind this modern-day titan lies a carefully orchestrated routine, a symphony of productivity hacks and relentless ambition. His days are a masterclass in time management and efficiency. For years, I've been fascinated by Musk's ability to juggle multiple groundbreaking ventures while seemingly defying the limits of human endurance. How does he do it? What drives him to keep pushing the envelope? What is the secret sauce fueling this extraordinary output? Is it sheer willpower, an unquenchable thirst for innovation, or something more? Driven by curiosity, I decided to embark on a personal experiment. Live like Elon Musk for 1 week. Could adopting his schedule unlock new levels of productivity for me? Now I'm no stranger to pushing boundaries. I've always believed in challenging the status quo and exploring the limits of human potential. My book, The 4-Hour Workweek, centers around maximizing efficiency and achieving more with less. But Musk's regimen promised a whole new level of intensity. His approach to work is not just about efficiency, it's about pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Could I, a mere mortal, survive, let alone thrive on a schedule designed for a man seemingly powered by rocket fuel? The challenge was daunting, but the potential rewards were too enticing to ignore. The internet abounds with articles and interviews offering glimpses into Musk's daily grind. 6 hours of sleep, a strict diet, and a relentless work ethic are just the tip of the iceberg. His days are meticulously planned, leaving little room for error, and a relentless work ethic are just the tip of the iceberg. His commitment to his vision is unwavering, and his ability to maintain such a rigorous schedule is nothing short of extraordinary. Armed with this knowledge, I prepared to step into the shoes of the real-life Tony Stark, bracing myself for a week of extreme productivity, mental gymnastics, and quite possibly, utter chaos. The journey ahead was uncertain, but one thing was clear: it would be an experience like no other, and quite possibly, utter chaos. Would I emerge victorious, or would I crumble under the weight of such an intense regimen? Only time would tell. My experiment required meticulous planning. Every minute detail had to be accounted for to ensure I could follow through with the rigorous schedule. I needed to translate the often vague outlines of Musk's routine into a concrete, actionable schedule. This meant breaking down his day into manageable chunks and ensuring I had the right tools to stay on track. Here's a glimpse into what my week entailed: a series of carefully planned activities designed to maximize productivity and efficiency. Wake up 5 a.m. sharp, no snooze button allowed. The early start was crucial to get a head start on the day. Fuel up, a quick protein-rich breakfast, usually consisting of 2 eggs and a protein shake. This meal was essential to kickstart my metabolism and provide sustained energy. Mind over matter, a 30-minute meditation session to sharpen focus and mental clarity. This practice helped me center myself and prepare for the challenges ahead. Work blitz 90-minute work sprints throughout the day, each dedicated to a specific company or project. These intense sessions were designed to maximize output and minimize distractions, fueling the machine small, protein-rich meals and snacks every few hours to maintain energy levels. This approach ensured I stayed energized and focused throughout the day. Physical optimization, an hour of high-intensity exercise squeezed in whenever possible. This was crucial for maintaining physical health and mental sharpness. Sleep, what sleep? A strict 6-hour sleep window, lights out at 11 p.m. This limited rest period was a test of endurance and discipline. This routine, while seemingly straightforward on paper, promised to test my limits. The real challenge was in the execution and maintaining consistency. Could I maintain such a grueling schedule while juggling my existing commitments? The balance between personal and professional life was delicate and demanding. Would I transform into a productivity machine, churning out groundbreaking ideas left and right? The potential for innovation was immense if I could harness the routine effectively. Or would I crumble under the pressure, a cautionary tale of ambition gone awry? Only time would tell. The journey ahead was uncertain, but I was ready to find out. The alarm clock blared at 5 a.m., a sound that felt like a jarring intrusion into my dreams. It was an unwelcome intruder in my usually peaceful mornings, a stark reminder of the ambitious day I had planned. Dragging myself out of bed, I felt like a character in a bad science fiction movie, thrust into an alternate reality where sleep was a luxury and caffeine, my new best friend. The morning air was cold, and my body resisted every movement. The protein shake went down easier than expected, but the 30 minutes of meditation felt more like an internal wrestling match with my own wandering thoughts. My mind kept drifting to the tasks ahead, making it impossible to find any semblance of peace. Work sprints were meant to be focused bursts of energy, each dedicated to a specific task. I had a list of goals, each more ambitious than the last. However, I found myself constantly battling the urge to check emails, scroll through news feeds, and generally succumb to the siren call of distractions. My focus wavered, and productivity seemed like a distant dream. By lunchtime, I was already running on fumes, my initial enthusiasm replaced with a nagging sense of doubt. The energy I had hoped to harness was nowhere to be found. Exercise, usually my sanctuary for stress relief, felt more like a chore. My muscles protested with every movement, and my mind was elsewhere. I managed a half-hearted jog, constantly checking my watch and longing for the sweet release of sleep. Each step felt heavier than the last, and my motivation dwindled. As I crawled into bed that night, my body ached, my mind raced, and I couldn't help but wonder, what have I gotten myself into? The day had been a series of small defeats, each one chipping away at my resolve. By day 4, something unexpected happened. The initial shock of the routine began to wear off, replaced by a strange sense of rhythm. My body, now accustomed to the early wake-up calls and regimented meals, felt surprisingly energized. The meditation, while still challenging, helped quiet the mental chatter, allowing me to approach tasks with greater focus. The 90-minute work sprints, once a source of frustration, became periods of intense, focused productivity. I found myself powering through projects, fueled by the momentum of the routine itself. The key, I realized, was in the structure. By compartmentalizing my day into dedicated blocks, I minimized distractions and maximized output. Exercise, once a dreaded obligation, became a much-needed outlet for the day's accumulated stress. My runs felt easier, my mind clearer, and I discovered a renewed sense of physical and mental resilience I hadn't realized I possessed. For the first time since embarking on this experiment, I felt a glimmer of hope. Maybe, just maybe, I could not only survive this week but actually thrive in the process.